Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 24th day of July 2017, and this is MMM Automated Guidance School, batch 2017-0714, Group 6, and this is Circle 7 of the group, business game presentation meeting. Like we all know, the business game meeting, business game task is a very essential task in the guidance school, and all tax because it's the only tax in the Bukaida school where students are grouped together in circles and expected to work together as a team in bringing about solutions to the business game tax from tax 1 to 7. So tonight, circle 7 are here to give the own solutions they provided for the business game tax. And in circle 7, I have Simeon Daniel, Oputulinda, Ogba, um, Ogba, Ogba Emeka, Fayemi Opeyemi, Ifeanyi Ogbonna, Adetunji Adelodu. Then I have Kenneth. Then I also have Akindejo Akin. Then I think also Akin. Okay, I think also Ade Gubi Ade Omotosho is also the motor show is also here. Omotayo, sorry, is also here in Circle 7. So I would hereby hand over the meeting to the lead spokesperson for Circle 7, the person of Akumpiade Omotayo, to take us through the first series presentation solution. Claire Akumpiade Omotayo, I have hand over this meeting to you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Our mentor, you have done a very wonderful work. And this MMM Guider 2017-07-14, Business Game Group 6, Circle 7. So, and as you have mentioned the name, so I don't need to go on to the name. So let me just move to task 1. The task given to us, I read, you've received all the information needed in order to become managers, so leaders in the MMM global community. Now you have an important task. Enter in a new country and develop MMM global there. This new country will be the Nigeria. As a starting resources, you have internet, a team, knowledge you receive in the school, $50,000. Within an hour, you have to develop a plan of action for a week. You must specify the number of registrations and deposit you will achieve over the period. Important, $50,000 is given only once. Later on, you should use the free resources from the system. Time 45 minutes. Now from the solution we provided, first and foremost, arrival in Nigeria, then getting accommodation. All from the, money provided, then setting down for the tax ahead. Then day 2, we go through our SWOT analysis with a communication manager to determine the best cities to start off. Because the SWOT analysis will help in such a way that we know if something should be done in a particular country, we have to take the culture of that country to a cognizance. So that's why we have to make use of our SWOT analysis to know the strength, the weakness, and the threats and the rest. So we go through it with a communication manager to determine the best cities to start off, then the basic needs of the people and how best to progress. Then create a website for Nigeria. That's Nigeria, Nigeria/MMM.net, and also different social media accounts like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the rest. Then day 3, we massively advertise MMM through newspaper, then go on here and let the people know about MMM, and also on top of blogs in Nigeria. The another thing I wanted to I'm adding, but it's not written here, is that we have to also target the people in that community, that's the, let me just say, the youths. We can just look around. Know how in every community there are jobless youths who have not done anything. They know the community better. We can also penetrate, to those people. Then day 4, we carry out radio jingles and also massive awareness campaign in targeting people in places like hotel, university, marketplace. That is, they know the land better than us. Then we use flyers, banners with vehicles distributing branded souvenirs. Then day 5, seminars and registration start with target of 7,000. Then we also, at this point, advertise for and start training guiders to ensure they help in spreading the news and attract new participants too. Day 6, we review all activities conducted through from day 1 to day 5. Then see how best we have gone. Then see how we can improve on what we have done on ground. Then day 7, we check if our target has been met. Then if our target, if we're able to meet our target, then we now decide on how to progress further. That's how to achieve more results. Then that's for day 7. Then from the task 2, a week has passed. You are 4 men. Then average contribution of a participant to the structure is around $300. Under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participant payment, starting with the first contribution. Then your task is to calculate how many new members and contribution you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payments to the older participant. It is necessary to write down your plan of action for the next 3 weeks under the above conditions stated. Point out what resources you need and how you are going to use them. So the number of new participants and money raised during this period, what extra costs you will have, and how to attract them. 45 minutes. Then solution. Very obvious that 30% growth every month. Then 30% growth in terms of participant payment. So 30% increase from 5,000 participants. Okay, let's assume from tax 1, we targeted 7,000. At times, the target might not be met. Let's just say 5,000. We're able to get 5,000 out of our 7,000 target. Then 30% increase. That is the 5,000 we're able to register and probably provided help. Then 30% increase for 5,000 participants is equal to 30 times 100. That's is equal to 30 divided by 100 times 1.5 million, 50,000. Then PH, out of the 7,000 targets, 5,000 is assumed to have registered. So if 5,000 participants provided help of $300, so it's equal to 5,000 times $300 is equal to 1.5 million. Then registration bonus is 20%. So like that is 5,000 times give us $100. $100,000. Then let's say guider bonus, 5% bonus for guiders, and that is 5% times 100. That's 5% divided by 100 times 1.5 million. So it will give us 75,000. So amount required, that is total sum required, PH plus registration bonus plus guider bonus. Amount required is equal to 1.5 million dollars plus $100,000 plus $450,000, then plus $75 to give us $2,125,000. Then participant needed for month 2, amount required divided by average help that have been provided. So it will now be $2,125,000 divided by $300. So it's equal to, divided by $200, then it's equal to 7,087 participants. So then task 3, a month has passed, you are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of the result of previous calculation. Take into account the dynamics of growth, the number of new participants and contribution for the next 4 weeks. Hello?
Hello?
I should continue.
Yeah, continue. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Continue.
Okay, then solution for the assumption of tax 3. So assuming the first batch of 5,000 participants got paid 390, which is principal plus 30%. That's $300. 30% of $300 would be $90. So that would be $390. So then two, assuming the pH of $350 dollars out of the $390 they have, assuming 50% of those 5,000 people, that's batch 1 participant, produce 1 new participant each, having a total of 2,500 new participants. The solution, therefore, $350 times 5,000 first batch is equal to $1.750 million. Then and $300 times 2,500 participants introduced by 50% of the first batch. So let's assume the first batch introduced 50% new members, of which when people hear about money, they will always introduce people. So we are just, making use of assumption. So it's equal to, so it's equal to $750,000. Total is $2.5 million. So note that we are paying out $885,275, and we now have $2,500,000 equal to $2,500,000 minus $885,275. So it's equal to a balance of $1.6 million. So now we have $1.6 million as our available balance. That's 4. After 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposit that you have calculated. Now you can what you need to organize within the next month. A week after the start of the month, there is a local holiday in Nigeria, which is celebrated during the week, respectively. So in this period, the activities of registration falls by 75%. Make a plan of action for a month. What resources and how you should use them. So the right amount of contribution and participants for the development of the system. With the 75% reduction of new participant registration, our previous target of new participants of 2,125 has reduced to only 531 new participants in that first week. 8,500 for a month divided by 4 weeks is equal to 2,125. And 75% of this 125, this 2,125 is 1,594. So when you subtract 1,594 from 2,125, the balance is 531. So note that in week 2, 3, and 4, registrations of new participants have returned to normal. So this is because the first week holiday, the 1 week holiday is over. Now, in weeks 2, 3, and 4, the following is assumed. The first set of participants that were introduced by the guidance, that is 5,000, were able to register 100 new participants because they have gone around the circle. They are confident and are ready to make more money. So the second set of participants, which were introduced by the first participant, that is 2,500, only 20% of them new participants. So 20% of 2,500 is 500. The new participant that the guider introduced in the previous month, that is 6,000, only 30% of them were able to introduce new participants. So 30% of 6,000 is 1,800. So the guiders were also able to introduce 2,000 new participants only in the month under review. Now, the total number of new participants in the month under review is 7,331. So if it is assumed that all of them pH $300, total pH is equal to 2,199,300 for new participants. So for the old participant, this is the analysis. The first set of participants, that is 5,000 participants, provided of $400 each. is equal to 5,000 times 400 is equal to 2 million. Second set of participants, that is 2,500 participants provided help of 350 each, is equal to 2,500 times 350 is equal to around 75,000. Second set of participants, that is 6,000 introduced by guiders, also provided help of 250,000 each, is equal to 6,000 times 250 equal to 2.1 million. Total PH by old participant is equal to 4.975 million. Of the month new participant plus old participant, total is 7.474 million 300. So getting help for the month under review. First set of 5,000 participants at $400, we get help of 520. So it's equal to 5,000 times 520 is equal to 2.6 million. Of 25 at 350, we get help of 455 GH is equal to 1.137 million. Then third set of 6,000 at $350, we get help of $455 is equal to 2,730,000. So total GH is 467,500. So please, can we see that we still have a positive difference between PH and GH? Conclusively, since we have a reduction of 75% in the first week, which is a public holiday, for the system to continue successfully without causing panic among members and not going into states. But yet the system suffer a setback of new registration. The following measure will be put in place to aid recovery after the first week. Organize both online theme events like football match, charity event, beauty pageant, and so on. Then, since this is anticipated because the holiday period is a usual trend, the level of connecting donors and receptors should be done with care so as to regulate the number of GH that will take place during the holiday period. The guider should try as much as possible to PH more and refuse to gauge the month under review. My suggestion are that since the task force spoke about reduction of 75% of new participants from first week, so we should be able to adjust the remaining 3 weeks of the month by 125%. Because since the first week is an holiday period, then the other week is no more an holiday. So the other week should be able to recover the first week that where there's a reduction of 75%. Then a month by 125% increase in recruitment of new participants, so as to cover the shortages of first week. So the DA should be well guided to avoid any imbalances. Then, in addition, the guiders should be able to educate their downline during the holiday. If guiders can work effectively to educate their downline to see how they can help them to manage their gauge, that is to reduce their gauge. When guiders talk to them and make sure that there's no panic, people will not bother to rush and gauge. So guiders has a work to do there. So okay, I think I like the guiders not gauge that period, but it will give the house more load, since when they eventually gauge it, will have really grown to a huge sum. Also, for us to be able to take care of the lost 75, our work will therefore increase massively too. That means the guider and outlines should work to bring in more new members to sustain it. So second set of participants, PH 350 each, is equal to 2,500 and 350 is equal to 875,000. So second set of participants, 6,000 by guiders, the same amount each is equal to 6,000 times 350 is equal to 2.1 million. So total PH by all participants 4.9 million. Then total PH review is new participant plus old participants, total equal to 7.1. So gauge for tax 4. First set, 500. 5,000 at 400 is equal to 520, is equal to 2.6. Second set of 2,500 at $350 is equal to $455, is equal to 1.1 million. 1 million, that's 137,500. Then third set of 6,000 at 250 is equal to $455, is equal to 2.7, that's 2 million, so 2.4 million. So we still have, if we check it very well, if we remove 6.4 million from 7.1 million, we still have, some balance in the system. So please, can we see that we still have a positive difference between pH and gauge? So I think, sir, you say I should stop at tax 4. Someone else will continue from tax 5. Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Omotosho, thank you for your arithmetic analysis you've put in through tax 1 to 4. We'll discuss further after Linda after taking us through 5, 6, and 7. So Linda, over to you, please.
Okay. Good evening, my mentor. Good evening, our guest mentors. My name is Linda, and I will continue from where he stopped. So our tax 5 says our plan didn't work out, so there is no enough deposit or new registrations to cover the cost of the current deposits. So we are to analyze a plan to get the situation resolved. So with our plan failing, we'll step back and thoroughly look at our tactics and find out the loopholes that caused the failure. Then we'll have to strategize. And it seems from tax 4, we have an outstanding GH of $6,417,125. Our plan now is to go beyond the major cities of Nigeria to inform and register new participants. Then we'll also, before we based mainly on maybe Port Harcourt and Lagos, Abuja, but now we can take it to other states so that we'll get new participants, which is obviously going to help the system. And then we'll also we'll introduce Bitcoin to MMN Nigeria. This is going to help to ease up the burden on our local currency. Then we'll also try to establish the guidance school so that we can more effectively bring in new guiders and train them faster. So going on to tax 6. Tax 6 says, during the month, delay in payment increased to 7 days with almost no referral and no new members. So therefore, the pause mode was activated. The new deposits continue to grow as usual. So we are to make a plan for this month. Our first plan of action will be to curb the panic among participants, because when there is panic, there will be no growth whatsoever. Even though any light of beam is coming up from anywhere, it will just be squashed down because people will be scared and they will not want to lose their money. So our first plan will be to enlighten the participants on what even caused the pause mode in the first place and what it actually means. We will let them understand that it doesn't mean that MMM is crashing. It just means that because of their actions and because of the panic, that's what caused the pause mode. And we'll let them understand how their activities can determine the success or the failure of the system. Then the next thing we'll do is to encourage people to provide help in Bitcoin so that it can help alleviate the burden on our currency again. The third thing we'll do is to try to establish a constant amount that the system can comfortably pass around or pay around to everybody. Once people are still getting paid, even though it's not what they are hoping for, it will just keep the system moving and also calm some people down to an extent. Then going to tax 7, our tax 7 says our effort was insufficient and a restart took place and all the old markets are removed. So we are now to make a plan to start from the beginning, even though our system is now rigged by negative and unfavorable responses. So the first thing we'll do, MMN Nigeria at this point is obviously facing a lot of challenges with the media, the banks, the government, and people who just care about other people's money, trying to incite panic and discourage people from going into MMM. So the restart will also make a lot of people to lose faith in the system. So in trying to recover, the first thing we do is to revisit our threats from our SWOT analysis and try to, we know panic is a threat we try to curb that, making sure that we inform the participants. And then things like uploading fake POP and all those things, they also threat to the system. So we have to put in more severe measures to keep them in check. Number two, we try to manage panic triggers by explaining to the people how their actions can jeopardize the existence of the system. Number three, we have to start afresh with our campaigns, encouraging people to only donate with their spare money. If they donate with their spare money, the way they will regret their actions in case of any failure will be less. So they are supposed to understand that MMA is not an investment. It's just a community of people helping themselves. So they should help with their spare money. So organize and also fund and carry out offline events just to encourage people to feel closer to MMM. And then we'll encourage people to provide help with Bitcoin. Then we'll also create opportunities to publicly challenge and inform critics. Some people just discourage MMM out of ignorance. So we can also inform them, and then when they lie about the system too, and then we challenge them and make our facts correct in the presence of the public, everybody can get more informed and understand what's actually going on and how the financial system is just trying to rip them off. Then we'll also delay the time that confirmed Mavro can be GH just reasonably until the system stabilize. We also have to put in measures to ensure that participants share their video of happiness or their letter of happiness on any chosen two social media platforms. Even after writing the letter of happiness, you have to share it, or maybe Facebook and YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. Just share it somewhere so it will help to create more positive awareness about MMM. So thank you. I think that's the end. Thank you so much for your time. I'm done.
Thank you, Linda, and your coach. It's as if you guys have been rehearsing this thing for over 5 months. Thank you for your boldness, and thank you for being very, very sound and clear with your presentation. So far, I think this has been one of the most clear presentations we've had from your branch. I need to contact, statistics, arithmetics, and data collection too. But quickly, I want to ask a question. And I want from the business game tax, from tax 1 to tax 7. What have you guys been able to, on business game tax in relation to the MMM community? In relation to the MMM community, what have you been able to understand about MMM from the business game tax?
Okay, can I answer? I don't know if anyone. Okay, from all the 1 to 7, one thing that keeps recurring is in all the solutions is the need to introduce new people into the system, and also to make sure that the threats that can affect the system are also managed. So from what we've learned so far in the school is the importance of new participants. No matter how stable the system looks, the influx of new participants is going to keep it booming. And then the management of panics is going to also help it last longer. And when people are also very informed about what is going on and how they should participate in MMM, not using all their money or creating plenty accounts for selfish interests, it's also going to help the system grow. And at the end of the day, the money is still going to be around, and the poor and the middle class obviously will be helped. So that's one of the lessons I learned from this.
Thank you, Linda. Anybody else? Daniel, you want to speak?
Yes. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Daniel. Speak, please.
Yes, for my little understanding from putting up this whole tax together, I came to realize that MMM is a community that need a consistent analysis on how it grows, because it's a system that needs people to come in, like Linda have said. As people keep coming in, the system has to be checkmate, the system has to be analyzed based on the GH and PH so that there won't be any overlap from maybe the GH the guiders also, that's the managers and the team that works in bringing more people into the community, they ought to look at the community as a community that we provide help to get help, not just getting referral bonus, guider bonus. It will not sustain the system. And like she has rightly said, in case of panic, we as we go out to create awareness, we tell people to provide help, we spare money. And also they should see the community, not a community where you come in to make profit or investment. And that's the little I have to contribute.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Any other contributor?
Yeah. Good evening. My name is Agunbade Omotayo. From tax 1 to 7, based on the analysis and what I've been able to learn, even before I joined Guider School, I used to think, how is this thing being operated? How is it that this one will provide help, the other one will provide help, then they're able to manage it and pay people? But from the analysis and from how things is, I discovered that, and if we also check the situation of Nigeria right from 2016 up to now, we discovered that I've been able to understand very well how this thing operates. Then I've been able to understand that managing this system is a tax that every guider must take to cognizance. And with this, I've now seen the system as, I'm now looking at the system as I'm really one of the stakeholders that need to develop that system. So, this will help to orientate the participants, provide help based on, that they should provide help based on their spare money. And it also shows that we have to continue working. But based on the analysis of holiday that happened here, we are not able to meet targets. Then if we continue working, I think such might not arise. So these are really, these are what I've been able to gain from this system. Thank you.
Agun Biade. Any other contributor, please?
Yes, good evening.
Speak on, John.
Yeah, according to what I've seen in the analysis, I think the publicity is more important because 90% of the 2016 map that was frozen, many of the participants have not been noticed that MMM is back. Like this afternoon, I was telling somebody that it's back, and he was like, so the thing is back, and he thought his money is gone. So we do more publicity, especially offline publicity, and making people know that their money is not gone, I still intact. So they will come for more PH.
Okay, thank you, John. Although your audio was kind of faint, but I could see and pick your point. Any other contributor?
I just have this little to contribute, sir.
Okay, speak.
Yeah, sir. I think we should inculcate the awareness we create to people coming into the platform about the history, the little history that MMM has, right from Russia, how it started, how the government have been fighting it. So people should have in mind, I guess we should tell people this, people should have in mind that come time government, other platform will want to fight this particular system to see to it that it falls. But they should have in mind that with all these, all these forces coming from bodies trying to bring down the platform, MMM has strategies, has ways to overcome them. Right from the onset, we've been facing challenge and we've come through till this day, and I believe MMM will still stay till a very long time.
Thank you, Daniel. Any other contributor? Sammy, you've not spoken, you've not said anything. I have Okoyemi here. I also have Samuel here. Okay, Tayo Gabriel is out. Aket is also here from you guys. Then Adelodun Faith. Any contribution from you, please? Okay, in the absence of none, I think I don't need to say much because from John, even a little bit late, and he was not part of the representative of the sector where he did so beautifully well in his presentation, very articulate, very the analysis, the calculations, the mathematical analysis were also more or less were never boring. I followed everything. The the continuation of the presentation from Linda, so that you guys have actually worked as a team, which is expected of you. Then the contributions from Daniel, John, Linda, and Omotosho also actually understood what the business game tax is all about. Now, I'll start from what Ade said. He said that he's able to understand that MMM is him, you, MMM is me. Now, our activities and my activities determines the sustainability. Then I'll go straight to what Linda said. She says people understand that the inflows of new participants into need donation into the system sustain the community, which is also true. Which Daniel also mentioned, and what's it called? John also talked about awareness. Notifying people that about the operations of MMM. You guys are 100% correct. You guys are 100% correct. So far, you've been able to the business game, digest it, and also deliver it perfectly. I'm so happy and so proud. Mentorship. I'm so proud of what you have done tonight. But I also want to let you know that anytime from now, you guys will be guiders, and it's expected of you. And please, it's a lot of you to tell people about the community, enlighten them to the community, not only registering them, like what you guys have just said, Omotosho, Linda, and you need to educate these participants on the importance of participating with spare money. MMM is not an investment. MMM is not a business venture. MMM is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Rather, MMM is a donation exchange, and there is no guarantee you get your money back. So therefore, you have to participate with your spare money. Talking about, okay, I think that was John, who was talking about, about a brief history of MMM. Like talking about how the experiences of MMM in Russia and briefing them. It is better you tell them than they hear from the media, or they go to read on Wikipedia about that. Safer according to Daniel, which is true. I also to tell them about the brief history about MMM. So guys, this is what is expected of you. I am sure with what you have done so far tonight, I'm very comfortable that you guys are going to be superb guiders in your respective structures. You guys are not in quotes. They are outbig guiders in quotes. You guys are superb. You guys are going to be superb and going to do greater things in your respective structure. So officially, the business game presentation for your circle has come to an end, and you have your training in the MMM Automated Guider School. I congratulate each and every one of you. And any movement from now, only those who are attended this meeting will proceed. Those that have not attended this meeting will have to wait for your scheduled meeting. I am always available for you guys. Earlier in the day, I dropped a WhatsApp group where I have guiders, a lot of them, over 200 guiders there to attend to you and give you quality information. Please don't be copy and paste guiders. Don't be them say. Verify your information correct across to your downliners and what's it called, and before you can pass them across to your structure. Now, this is your downliners. They see you as their leader, they see you as their manager, and now they believe everything you say. Now, it is very good for you for integrity purpose, and also for everything you say is is verified and is in line with the activities of the community. Don't just do copy and paste post and post to them. Okay, whatever information you want is either you go to a general guidance group, the right information there, or better still, write support, create a support ticket and inquire of that particular issue. You get prompt response, and before you can now disseminate to others. Get I call it verified authorized information. Pass verified authorized information to your downliners. I wish you guys a presentation, like I said earlier, before. I think I mentioned earlier, this one of the suites, clean, sound wise. Everybody, I can hear everybody, loud and clear presentation I've had in this series batch. So, guys.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. We believe we're the best.
Thanks to especially thank you especially. Thank you, Daniel Simeon, thank you, John, thank you, and to the lady, thank you, Linda, so much. Okoyemi, thank you. Sammy, thanks for joining the meeting. Gabriel, thank you for joining the meeting. I'm sure it's your network that also are going out and coming in. So guys, enjoy night rest, and you proceed further to your certificate. If all your tasks have been approved rightly, that means you've gotten them rightly. Do enjoy. Do have a lovely night rest. I'm Emma Musa Mentonic.
Yes.
We can change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Much of thanks to all my psychic colleagues, especially Linda, Agumbade, John, Okoyemi, Sammy, Taiwo. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward